Okay, also I'm gonna put this clip in my garden update video. So yesterday I was working a lot out here. It's a mess under my deck, but I do have 2 bags, and I have this and 2 bags of potatoes going. That's just like onion I found in my backyard, or like chives. And then this is the main thing. I built this yesterday. I like, so you can see I constructed, like, I know someone might come for me and judge me how I did it, but I drilled into like some wood chunks and then drilled it into this box, and put dirt inside. Oh, almost dropped my phone, sorry. So I did that yesterday. I did not record it, but here's the final product again. But yeah, and oh yeah, I have all these stakes here. I think I'm gonna tie them in the middle, and then I'm gonna put chicken wire around it. I'm not gonna lie, the animals, and I think a lot of people actually have these issues, but the animals are an issue. They definitely are an issue. And I think I've even had trouble with some of my seeds because some of the animals, like, I would just put my seeds out for like a day or two, and I'm pretty sure some of the animals just eat the seeds. So I know that's probably like not good gardening etiquette. That's the word I'm looking for. It's probably not good gardening etiquette, but yeah, sometimes you just got too many animals. Okay, I'm gonna show the compost bin, because yesterday too I was out here looking at the compost and I was noticing these like little, they weren't worms, they were like little slugs, and I was freaking out because at first I thought they were leeches, but I looked it up and I'm pretty sure they're slugs, because slugs have like these little antenna things. And I mean, it makes more sense for slugs to be in your compost because slugs like to eat like plants that are like decaying and stuff like that. But obviously leeches like to drink blood. So I don't think they're leeches, but yeah. So, and then also I just want to comment, this right here, this yellowish tree right here is a mulberry tree. So it grows mulberries in the summer. So we do get mulberries, but it did ruin it a little bit after my sister pointed out that there's a lot of bugs, a lot of little tiny bugs in mulberries. But I was reading online, and honestly, you could probably just eat them. But yeah, see, there's already some growing. Little mulberries. It's gotten pretty tall. But yeah. Here, okay, I'm gonna turn the camera around. I'm gonna show some other plants and the compost. Okay, so again, here's more of that mustard garlic, which again, it's invasive. It just takes over ecosystems. There it is again, and then there was actually a lot over here. See, look, you can see all of it right here. All of that mustard garlic. Look at all that. There's more right here. They have these flowers. I was reading they don't flower the first year, they flower like the second year that they've been here. Yeah, here's one. Here's one. Here's more. It goes all back there. I love moss, if you guys don't know that. And yeah, this is lots of moss. There used to not be this much moss, but over time it's got lots of moss. And then I believe this is an Osage orange tree right here. They make those like green melon ball brain things. It literally, like, and when I describe it like that, people are probably like, what are you talking about, if you've never seen it. But if you have seen it, like, it literally looks like if you had a brain in your hand and it was green and it was like the size of a softball. So yeah. This plant over here too, I was gonna look up. But this plant right here, this one, gets like red berries on it. Or is it that one? It might be both, honestly. But yeah. Look, there's even more mustard garlic right here. And I need to look up what these purple flowers are. Okay, 1 second. Okay, yeah, see here, there's more mustard garlic, mustard garlic, mustard garlic. And look, there's like these purple flowers right here, right there. Another purple flower, another one. That's pretty. That's nice. But see, a lot of these trees sometimes secretly have like a bunch of thorns on them. Like that's kind of thorny of a tree. Also, we have these corn cobs everywhere. I don't know where the animals are getting them from. Also, in this area, we have one tree. So this is one tree right here, and then this is kind of like another tree. So if I was to show you the bottom, it's just like, it's like two trees going right next to each other. And both of them are pretty thorny. Here, let me see. Also, I want to look up, I don't know what these are. They look like rhubarb to me almost, but I don't know. Okay. Look, see, there's another corn cob. Oh yeah, see, you can kind of see now. So there's one tree right here and one tree right there. So they're like pretty big trees and they're right next to each other. This one is like thorny. See, like a lot of its branches don't even have leaves on it. Its branches are chaotic. Oh wait. Actually, I think I got them mixed up. But they're both thorny, I think. But like, look at this. Here, let me see if I can zoom in. I think this is a honeysuckle because I was reading honeysuckle trees literally get like all these thorns. Look at that. Like they have so many thorns. I don't want to touch that tree or climb that tree. No siree. And then, yeah. So yeah, like this one has thorns down here, but that one has like those big thorns. But yeah, also we do have like these vine things that are growing, which is fine. I just think sometimes what I know about vines, and maybe someone can correct me on this. See, I was about to touch that and it's like thorny. But what I know about vines is that they can be like pretty invasive and like take over and like pull down trees and stuff. Like even right now I can see some vines right in front of me. But yeah, this tree is literally thorny. Like all these little branches are coming from this tree and it's like thorny. So yeah. And then like even in this shot right here, like there's vines right there. You see that? You see there's a vine. This tree kind of looks like a vine. Like that could even be a vine. I don't know. It could be a tree or a vine. But yeah, it's really pretty back here and it's kind of nice right now. It's still not super overgrown yet. There's so many different leaf shapes. You just never really stop and look. But like, see, that's probably a different plant. Like that's a different plant. That's maybe the same, but that's a different plant. That's a different plant. That's a different plant. And then like, see, this has like a big thing out of it. So like, gonna turn into a tree. Look, more mustard. They're little, but more of the mustard. What was I calling it? Mustard garlic. Yeah, mustard garlic. More mustard garlic. I wonder what this is. I wonder if any of it's edible. See, like, here's a vine. And there's another vine. Then even this tree right here has this big vine. Where'd it go? Oh, did it fall? Oh no, it's right here. See, like this vine is on this tree, and it goes all the way to the top. It goes all the way up. Look at all these little sticks. This is like nature just making its own mulch. It's so cool to me. Look at all that. That's so cool. It's like already turning like black. That's amazing. I wonder what that is. 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 I was looking up the plants on, I was trying to get an app where you could like look them up, but you have to pay for those apps. Okay. Now to the compost. But yeah. I don't know if I've talked about this before, but okay, now I have to show it again. This is definitely an Osage orange tree, and this is the tree that I'm basing my other findings of Osage orange bushes. So like even that, and then I get afraid that these are gonna become it, right? Because they look like bushes. And this too, right here. And because this one, last year, it must have dropped like 100 to 200 of those green melon things. So yeah, that's really good, because Reese and I did count them. And we actually threw some of them in the lake, so hopefully they are, you know, hopefully they're not reproducing out there. We did get a bunch of lily pads here last year, so we'll have to see if we get those lily pads this year. And then, okay, to the compost, Catherine. Okay, here's our bin. Oh yeah, see, I like that. That looks like that's a slug. And that's what I was talking about. I was discovering there was like, I must have seen like 10 of them yesterday. And so right now, it honestly looks pretty good in here. Sometimes I think it looks like dirt, which is obviously the goal. But yeah, I've been meaning to come and mix it. But I was like, obviously you do put some dirt in your compost. But like some of this stuff, like, to me, it looks like dirt to me, you know? Which is good. There are big chunks in here, so like some of these big chunks I do have to like get out eventually. And I've been trying to only put like small things in. This compost was really wet, so I put more. See, like this was a corn cob. It looks like it's getting broken down to me, but maybe I'm Delulu. What's this? Oh, that's just like a hunk of mud, I think. But like I put these leaves in here like 2 days ago, so it makes sense that they're still green. But there's some leaves that are in here that have been in here for a long time, and you can't really tell anymore that they're leaves, obviously. But yeah, my compost was pretty wet, so online it was saying put these cardboard things in, because that's the other thing. There was a lot more cardboard in here, but any of these fresh pieces I put in yesterday, but any of the other cardboard, you can't really tell. It's already been like broken down. Here's a coffee filter. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's doing somewhat of its job. I assume it might It's actually not been like too rotting and gross. You know how sometimes it just gets like rotting and gross. It hasn't been too bad. And I've been seeing like worms in here and stuff, so I think it is like, you know, somewhat healthy. Sometimes I'll find worms and put them in here. But yeah. And I did this bin, I drilled, you can't really see, but I drilled holes. I actually made this bin a long time ago, but I drilled holes because theoretically the worms are supposed to be able to like, and it goes all the way to the bottom, so the worms are supposed to be able to like crawl in and out. And I mean, some probably can't get in and some probably can't get out because it's just too small of holes. But yeah, and then I put the lid on so you can see the holes in the top. So yeah, that's my compost bin. And then this is the other side of our garden that I just wanted to show. It's just dirt right now. And then that's all the mess under. And then that's the other side of the garden. So yeah, this is gonna have some plants. I just gotta find some plants now. That's like the next step because all the seeds I bought or got donated to me are dead. They're not working. I had what grew. I had a little bit of the parsley plant grow, which I don't really even eat parsley, but it's already dead. And then I had a little bit of like, what was that? Like oregano maybe growing, but that died too. So, but yeah, so thanks for watching my garden vlog today, and I'll keep you guys updated with the fairy garden, the real garden, and yeah. This area is where we feed the ducks. They come and look for us and we feed them, but they actually haven't been back in like a couple weeks. Haven't seen, well, that's a lie. They haven't asked for food in a few weeks, but I saw them on top of our house yesterday morning. Maybe I'll insert a clip right here of the ducks. I took a video.